in the ponds. No duckies over here. They disappeared. Interesting. They don't rarely disappear like that. But I guess I aggravated them so much that they, went somewhere else. But anyway, topic of the message. It's called the reality of, as a song says, there is a thin line between blessing and cursing. Yes. There's a thin line, very thin line, unfortunately, between blessing and cursing. Now, I can go so many places with this teaching, but I really want to establish something, that is important, that, a scenario establishment. And what better way to establish this in the beginning? Yes, in the beginning. And we're going to talk about, of course, Genesis 1:26 concerning the ideal of, now watch this sequence, y'all. It's amazing. The sequence is amazing to see concerning the creation of humanity. The creation of the heaven. The earth, God spoke this and, first day, let it be light, and it was good. And second day, it was good. And third day, it was good. And fourth day, it was good. Fifth day, it was good. Sixth day, it was very good. That's what the scripture says. The creation of humanity on the sixth day. And on the seventh day, God rest. That is kind of like today's October Sabbath, and it's the Sabbath day. Interesting. But now, here's the thing. Now, of course, we know Adam and Eve, were created here in a sequence. Now the thing is, now we know so I'm finna get to, we know Adam and Eve, and Eve is Adam, flesh of his flesh, and bone of his bone. That is very important to understand, that idea that Adam and Eve, that Eve was Adam's flesh of his flesh, bone of his bone. The thing is, that because you will understand the plot that Satan went about concerning the deception. You know what I'm saying? Satan wasn't looking at, he knew he couldn't probably get Adam, deceive Adam, because Adam spends time with God, because the Bible says that God talked to Adam in the cool of the day. So it's tough to, deceive somebody that's talking to God. That's a message right there. Oh my God. Okay, I'm just having fun a little bit. But, he deceived, but he had to deceive the woman, the weaker vessel. You know what I'm saying? You deceive the weaker vessel. And the thing is, he deceived the weaker vessel. And that's what his aim and goal was, to get the weaker. And of course, he deceived the weaker vessel. So he deceived the weak. Now watch this. Oh yeah, Eve was supposed to be Adam's blessing. That's what I want you to get right there. Eve was supposed to be Adam's blessing. Now, if you read that Genesis 3, it talks about, in that sequence of course, they ate from the fruit of the tree, that, Adam blamed Eve, the one you created me, the blessing you gave me, unfortunately became a curse. Well, positioned in humanity to become a curse. No, not that you as the leader are supposed to make a decision based upon your conversations with the God of the Creator in the cool of the day, that your God is, where he stands and concerning his commandments, that you should have went in a better protocol of handling the situation there. But you made a decision based upon pretty much flesh and blood. Flesh of your flesh, bone of your bone, pretty much yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you made a decision based upon yourself, and a one that you were, it was a blessing. You know what I'm saying? The blessing that God has created within from you. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, positioned herself in deception, and you went on with the follow through with the deception. Now, here's the thing. Now you saw quick right there how blessing just became a curse right there. Boom. I don't know how long, this situation was that they did not eat from the tree. We don't know how long that period of time was. It just talks about that period of time in Genesis 3. But in that sequence of understanding, really pretty much Adam looking at Eve as a blessing, how that is possible, that how something that is significant, something that is of you, yeah, that's what I want to get at, something that is of you can easily become curse, just like that blessing that can easily become a curse. You know what I'm saying? That I don't think we really recognize these days of this ideal, because unfortunately, it requires you to understand the rules and the regulation of the situation, pretty much. The rules that we're not following, the rules and regulations. This is what you do here and this is what you do there. We got to respect these rules and regulations of the situation. And the thing is, if we don't do that, we will, or how much significance, what is given to us, would we go to what extent to be about keeping the rules and regulation of it? It's really the case of blessings. To what extent? You know what I'm saying? And to me, I think that's the ideal of us learning to first fear. Well, the fear of the Lord is to really help us understand the significance of what we are, of the rules that we are performing, to what extent we should be about it. You know what I'm saying? To what extent. And that now it goes, of course, as what the wise King Solomon says, will be a heart issue. Keep thine heart with all diligence, because now is when it comes to, and there's an extent to it. You know what I'm saying? That has to be a heart situation. You know what I'm saying? Not a mind situation, but it was a heart situation concerning how if we love this blessing so much, we will be about following the rules and regulations and how we, handle and take care of things. We should be have a better understanding of how to handle things, handle the situations, handle the circumstances about it. That was not the case from the beginning. And as you can see, Satan put the pedal to the metal concerning the ideal of sin developing in his world concerning Cain. And, now as we read in Genesis 6, it says that God saw the world, that it, the thoughts of the hearts, the imaginations, the thoughts of the hearts continuously, wanted to do evil continuously. Not, just do evil and then stop and then start doing good. But it says that it wanted to do evil continuously. That means like a wheels keep turning, pretty much. Going, evil, going. It was that kind of situation in the way back there, And the thing is, what we need to understand, that sequence of what happened in the beginning, we need to learn to see right now and respect the idea of what is given to us and what is been. See, and that's why it's important that, of course, King David emphasized the ideal of being thankful. You know what I'm saying? That we are supposed to be thankful for what God has done for us. Thankful, because thankful is was supposed to remind us. It's supposed to remind how much thankful you are. It's supposed to remind you that, let me see. this wasn't ours in the first place. Yeah, this things that we have and everything that exists, period, everything wasn't ours in the first place to be about, going about it like we are going about it like it is ours, you know what I'm saying? Nowadays, hey, people, my car, my house, my this, my that. Oh, everybody's on that. But really, that, as Maury says, that is a lie. You know what I'm saying? You didn't create no car. No, you did not create the material that you got from the ground to create a car or create anything that exists on this earth. God created earth, that you are taking material from his earth and making it yours. You know what I'm saying? Let's get that straightened out here. You know what I'm saying? Concerning reality of creation, that these blessings, that is given are given to serve a purpose. I mean, even if atheists don't want to believe, God exists. But even though if he didn't exist, doesn't mean we're supposed to be abusing something that is given for to serve a purpose that will help better you. You know what I'm saying? It should be some kind of moral conscience of saying that I have something, but whatever I have something, I'm supposed to take care of it so I can continually using this so it can fulfill a purpose to make things better. You know what I'm saying? Things are here, supposed to be here. Everything that's created here is supposed to be here. It's supposed to be significant to us that we can make things better in our lives, that we can live life more abundantly. It's supposed to be the agenda of everything's created for to sustain life, pretty much. And it's like, but if it's not, you want to be about something that is opposite of that, and too much opposite of that, unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? That is really the thin line, Too much, it went to something to facilitate creation. Now it's bringing destruction. Like, you hear about these kids finding these new drugs, making drugs out of household appliances. These household appliances were created to clean the house, but now something was created to clean a house that people can live life in a clean place are now used to bring damaging to people's lives, using it for some kind of drug. You know what I'm saying? That is crazy. You know what I'm saying? That, that is going on right now, that we need to understand that realize that thin line, that thin line. And the thing is, here's the thing about what I'm trying to say. Overall, the flesh does not respect lines or borders. There's no lines and no borders of the flesh. The flesh thing, it can do whatever it want to do. There's not supposed to be no boundary. There's not supposed to be no border. Just go out and do this and go out and do that and whatever, and forget about and screw the ideal of creation. You know what I'm saying? Is what the flesh is notorious for, to doing things like that, and getting people to think like that. But in reality, that those that understand that everything is created with significance, that serve a purpose to help creation to facilitate itself, should understand that there should be a moral approach of how we possess things and keep things in our life, that we should take care of things with reverence and respect, even though if they don't believe a creator exists, is what I'm saying. But guess what? That thin line between blessings and curses gets more thinner as much as we don't understand, that we should reverence and respect the things that is given to us, period. You know what I'm saying? That's how it gets thinner. But, but it gets thicker when we realize that things are created for a purpose and significant for us to live life and life more abundantly. But if you fear the Lord thy God, of course, that line is supposed to get increasingly bigger, thicker, and thicker and thicker. And that we should have boundaries. We should understand territories. We should understand that there's a to what extent how we treat the things that is given to us and what purposes is supposed to serve. That thin line is supposed to get thicker when you have the fear of the Lord. But if you don't have the fear of the Lord, it's going to get thinner and thinner and thinner. All right, that's the message. I hope you got it. To God be the glory, and forever and ever. In Jesus' name, amen.